All right, we are live, and the Toronto Raptors season unfortunately comes to an end 114-102 in Cleveland. The Raptors go down in game 7. And so, I'm pretty disappointed they didn't get the win here. Obviously, you are down 2 of your starters going into a huge game 7 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. You were an underdog when you were healthy, and now without 2 starters, it makes it that much harder. But at the end of the day, no excuses. The Raptors went into the game. They got out hustled, outworked. Just an absolute monster game from Jared Allen on Cleveland. 22 points and 19 rebounds. 22 points and 19 rebounds. He was absolutely unstoppable in this game. They had absolutely no answer for Jared Allen in this game, and the Toronto Raptors, once again, their season comes to an unfortunate end. It was 49-49 going into halftime in this game, and then the wheels came off in the third, and there was just no coming back from that. I think anybody who was watching this game pretty much knew that in that third quarter, this game was over. I think we saw that. They just ran completely out of gas in this one, and we all knew that there was no coming back. As much as you wanted to hold out hope, you knew the tank was on E. You knew the tank was on E, and it was empty. Donovan Mitchell, 22 points, 9 of 20 from the field in 35 minutes. He was 2 of 9 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, gave you 3 rebounds and 1 assist in this game. James Harden gave you 18 points in 37 minutes, 3 of 9 from the field, 11 of 13 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals in this game. Evan Mobley had 13 points in 27 minutes, 5 of 7 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 1 of 2 from three-point range. But if you were going to win this game, you couldn't let 3 guys get off. It's either going to be Harden and Donovan Mitchell, but you got to slow down Mobley and Allen. If one of them gets you with production from the other 2 guys, you were going to be in trouble here. Merrill, 13 points in 23 minutes. Max Strus had 12 points. And, I mean, overall, like I mentioned, just completely run out of gas here. When you look at the rebounding numbers in this, I'm not making this up. Listen to this. Do you know what the rebound discrepancy was in this game? It was 60-33. You heard me correctly. I said the rebounding difference in this game was 60-33.
It's completely BS. This is shame. Shame for the referees, shame for the league to allow this. This is completely BS. This is shame. Shame for the referees, shame for the league to allow this.
That tells it to you right there. That tells it to you right there. 8 of 28 from three-point range, 18 of 26 from the free throw line. They were 27 to 37. But 60-33 on the glass. They had 20 offensive rebounds. 20 offensive rebounds in this game. I mean, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, game 7, Raptors go down. You guys can let me know. I'll get in the comments right away. Let me get some of these comments going on here. It was a good season overall. You guys can let me know what you think. I'll start with the comments. I don't know. I'll do some game breakdown, I guess. I'd rather go to more comments right now just to see how everybody is feeling. We getting this ish. Let's go Raps. Okay, that was way before the game started. Mad Ham 93. Waiting for the positive spin you're going to put on this. Well, there is no real positive spin to put on this in regards to the game itself. The only positive spin that you can put on this at this point is that you can now clearly evaluate the team that you have and the roster that you have. That's it. That's the only thing you can do. It's better to evaluate your team now after you've seen them in 7 playoff games than what you could have evaluated before the playoffs started. And now you can really see the adjustments that you have to make. That's the best way to put it here. Ash YI4TW. Hoping for a fourth quarter miracle. So a lot of this stuff was talked about before the game was over. Allen won it for Cleveland, 100%. Completely agree. Madham says, streets are saying trade Yak. Time to do a tea time talk about Bobby moves. Oh, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. Not tonight, but 100% we're going to get into that. We're going to get into it soon. The team's still 3 years away from contending at least. Lot of holes on this team. I still think tanking for a lottery pick would have been the better option. No, I think you always go for wins. I hear what you're saying, but to properly evaluate your team and make the right moves, you got to see what they can do. You got to see what they can do. From like right now, right? Right now, you know what Scotty Barnes is. You know what Scotty Barnes is more now than before the playoffs. You know what RJ is now more than before the playoffs. Same thing with Jacoby Walter. Same thing with Jamal Shed. Same thing with Colin Murray Boyles. Like you have a way better idea of what these guys are and what they can be. If you tanked and you were done and you lost without getting into the playoffs, you don't know. You now know what Scotty Barnes is capable of. That's the biggest thing. You know what they're capable of. You know what Colin Murray Boyles is capable of now. You know what some of these guys are capable of. You have to see them in this type of playoff atmosphere to truly understand the necessary changes that you have to make. You trust this was the best way to go, to be in the playoffs, to truly evaluate your team and understand and know the moves that you have to make in the offseason. Listen, I don't think anybody is really tripping here. People know. If you know basketball clearly, obviously, you know the Raptors are not a team that is built to win anything this season. They were built to try to make the playoffs. And then what they were going to be doing the playoffs was a mystery. But at least now we have that understanding. That's the best way that I see it. We say the inconsistency of Jacoby Walter tonight. I don't think he is a starter, but a bench player. That's completely fine. Be a bench player. Just be a good bench player. Be a good shooter. Be a good defender. If we can have him off the bench doing these things, that's all we need him to do right now. It might be a better move to take a step back and trade RJ and get picks and expiring with, I don't know about all that. But M. Tavares 15. It was an interesting season and the playoffs were fun. Looking forward to the draft off season and next season. Completely agree. I'm looking forward to seeing what moves are going to be made. And listen, I know the game just finished freaking 15 minutes ago, but to me, this is now the fun part. This is the fun part. The moves that are going to be made in the off season. It'll be the first time that we're like really doing everything without Masai Ujiri. And so at this point, the great part is now is that we see what Bobby Webster is going to be up to, the move he's going to make or moves he's going to make. And I, for one, I ain't letting him off the hook with anything this year. I am not letting Bobby Webster off the hook with a damn thing this year at all. I'm going to be watching closely. This is a deep draft that we have this year. Can somebody confirm the draft pick that we gave up for Trace Jackson Davis was a second round pick for this year? Now I'm even more pissed about that because you traded for this guy and gave up that pick for a guy you didn't play at all. So then what the hell was the point? You might as well have just kept the second round pick. Look at some of the guys that we found in the second round. I'd prefer to have that second round pick at this point than Trace Jackson Davis, a guy you didn't even use. All right, let me get back to the chat because they're coming in fast and furious. Where did I end off here? There's so many of you guys. What the hell? All right, let's go to Anton Tavares. I'm disappointed but proud of these guys. They ran out of gas and did the best without two starters. Now Bobby has some more information to make some tweaks in the offseason. Completely agree. Completely agree. It's the best thing that you can ask for at this point. 45 rebounds to 69 was the main difference. Hey, Mike and everyone. What's going on, Johnny? Really great effort, but we just didn't have enough firepower and gas. Yeah, I hear you. Completely ran out there. Ash YI4TW. Disappointed, but Raptors did their best this season. Many counted them out, and at one point the season, we wondered if they'd even make the playoffs. That is true. That is true. What up, Trouty? Proud of my team. Lots of work to be done. Back to Ash YI4TW. Pirtle is a joke. Our guys need to be more aggressive. We suck at rebounding and free throws. Yikes. Johnny, Pirtle looks, LOL, Pirtle looks like he's 60 years old. I did not like what I saw from Pirtle in this one. Why are people surprised about the rebounding numbers? They haven't been a good rebounding team all season. Don't get me wrong. I get that, but almost double the amount of rebounds in a game 7. That is insanity. Yosef 22, still proud of the boys. Great season. I hear you. Excuse me. Real Truth says, just didn't have enough gas. Respect to all Raptors players, coaching staff who competed, made us proud. Now let's make changes needed in off season. Overall, a good building year. I think that's probably the best way to put it. James D1586. Yeah, we need Yak to get more boards. Ash YI4TW. Mike, thank you for all the content this season. Next season will be even bigger and better for you. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And to be completely honest with you, everybody who's in here and watching, you ain't got to wait till next season. I got a whole bunch of content coming for all of you during the off season. There is no off season with me. There is no off season. We're going to keep this train rolling. Okay. Bunch of guests, content. I'll try as much as I can to get you guys, make sure you guys stay entertained and have information as much as I possibly can. Johnny, the fact that we got to game 7 really shocked me. We grew up. Proud of Jacoby, CMB, Shed, 100%. Johnny says, thank you, Mike, for an awesome season. I will keep watching SGA Canada. Appreciate you, Johnny. Appreciate all of you guys for being here. And listen, it might be the end of the season, but the offseason begins now. Changes, I'm hoping some serious changes are coming. I really, really hope Bobby was watching this. At this point, we should have just kept Mo Bamba. I mean, damn. $10 for the super chat from Ash YI4TW. Ash, you have been really consistent giving in the super chat. I really appreciate that. Drop them for you as well. And so I'm going to get back into it. Johnny says, there's no point. We have Trace Jackson Davis, and he was warming the bench. Logical Raptors fanatic. Raps had a great season. No crying. Listen, the Raps did have a good season. They did have a good season. Listen, you're not going to go from garbage the last how many years to in the conference finals. Okay. There is a process here. And the biggest thing that you need to see when you're looking at any sports team in any sport is that you have to see improvement from year to year. And the Raptors made a big improvement. They made a big jump. You won 46 games. 46 games this season. You now know what Scotty Barnes is officially capable of. And we'll go over some of these numbers. RJ Barrett in this game, 43 minutes, 23 points, 9 of 25 from the field, 1 of 6 from three-point range, gave you 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals in this game. Scotty Barnes gave you 37 minutes, 24 points, 8 of 14 from the field, 7 of 7 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 block in this game. Pirtle, 22 minutes, 9 points, 4 of 5 from the field, 1 of 4 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 2 steals in this game. Jamal Shed, 14 points in 36 minutes, 5 of 16 from the field, 2 of 8 from three-point range, 7 assists, 3 rebounds, just 1 turnover. 13 points for Jacoby Walter in 38 minutes, 4 of 9 from the field, 3 of 7 from three-point range, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, gave you 2 rebounds, 2 assists in this game, 3 steals, and a block. And then really anybody with significant minutes off the bench was Colin Murray Boyles and Jamison Battle. And Sandro Mamukelashvili gave you 6 points in 9 minutes. I was a bit disappointed with Sandro Mamukelashvili. He didn't really give us anything in the playoffs compared to what we're seeing, what we saw from him in the regular season. So that was a bit disappointing, to be honest with you. I thought he could have been a nice X factor for the Raptors in this series. But Colin Murray Boyles, 8 points in 24 minutes, 4 rebounds, 3 assists in this game, 2 steals and a block. And Jamison Battle, 3 points in 14 minutes, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist in this game. And that is how the stats went for the guys in the last game of the season. Superfan Mo Official says, complete exceptions, but bad ending though, keep Darko. I thought Darko proved himself as a coach in the playoffs. I know some of us were, and by some of us, a lot of the fans were calling for Darko's head. He's not a good coach, blah, 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 blah. Listen, Darko proved that he is a good coach. Darko ain't going anywhere. Okay? Darko is not going anywhere. I thought the players proved themselves. I thought Darko proved himself. The only people that have to prove themselves at this point is Bobby Webster and the scouting staff. They're the ones now who have to prove themselves. Okay? Don't let them off the hook this year at all. I know there's a lot of different Raptors shows out there and podcasts and all this kind of stuff. But guys, I promise you on this show, I promise you, I am not letting any of these guys off the hook. I am not. Not this season. Nope. Not happening. Absolutely not. Someone's saying we should have kept Mo Bamba. Ridiculous. Real truth. Your favorite player, Mo Bamba. Oh, boy. How many discussions have we had about him in this past season? I mean, just brutal. Logical Raptors fan, CMB is great. Tanking is not plan A. Never. Real truth. Let's give Darko some credit as well. We should give Darko some credit. He was good, man. Let's give credit where it's due. Darko fought tooth and nail right beside Scotty and RJ. And listen, people need to understand too, right? As a coach in this league, Darko is still learning as well. So let's give him credit. He's still learning as well. And he's been better every single season thus far as the coach. He made necessary adjustments as the series went on. I think we should be able to give him some credit. Mo Bamba would have at least been a better big than freaking Mamu, sorry ass. Yak can't jump off a curb. Damn. Mickey Spell said if Yak jumped, you couldn't slide a credit card under there. I mean, damn. I mean, wow. I mean, are you kidding me? But you know what I will do? You know what I will do? I never drop a bomb when the Raptors lose, but I will drop a bomb for the season that they had. Okay? I'll drop a bomb for the season that they had. So, overall, because things happen very fast when it comes to the off season, the rumors are going to start swirling within days here. The rumors are going to start swirling within days. Rebounds were an issue. No RJ trades, you fake fan, if that's the case. Ash YI4TW says CMB is great, but needs to be more aggressive. Maybe he's worried about his thumb. Could possibly be. I wonder what the situation is with that thumb. If he just has to rest it for a bit, get it surgically repaired. Not 100% sure what the status is on that thumb. Trouty says, gimme Giannis. Gimme Giannis. Giannis is definitely out of there. Where he's going to end up, I have absolutely no idea. Antoinette Tavares says, CMB is a stud. He worked his butt off this season. His rookie season and being such a big part of the playoffs. Great job to that young man. And great job for the scouting staff and Bobby Webster to get CMB at number 9. We're trusting you to get another good pick, okay, this year in the draft. And let me say this. We need a 7-footer that can defend the rim, that is athletic, that can finish strong around the basket. I don't want to see any more of these guys at 6'8" playing center. No. For God's sakes, we want 2 7-footers with athleticism, with defensive tenacity, who can run the floor hard, who's a lob threat, who can block shots. For God's sake, at least a mid-range jumper. I'm not saying you got to be able to launch it from 3. At least a mid-range jumper. Be able to dump the ball into him with his back towards the basket. Face up if you have to. 2 dribbles, jump hook, something. Jeez. Logical Raptors fan, I ain't writing off Ingram. I'm not ready to write off Ingram yet either. I'm not. I want to see him hit the weight room. I want to see him improve his game. I want to see him become something more than just a scorer. I want to see him become a playmaker. I want to see him get a better handle. I want to see his slow ass move the friggin' basketball up the court faster. Freak. We want him to come back hungrier. AshYI4TW says, no, BI did his thing, and unfortunately, the injury got him. That is true. Giovanni says, the point of Trace Jackson was Rodgers not willing to pay for the tax, and he still won't pay the tax for this team missing out on 20 mil USD in revenge sharing for staying under the tax. What? I mean, yeah, I get that. I think there was another way you could have done it. Instead of giving up that pick, I mean, maybe not. Trace Jackson Davis was security in case CMB, Mamu, or Yak were injured. I have a feeling if any of those guys were injured, he still wouldn't play. Logical Raptors fanatic. Injury replacement all-star had a terrible playoff. Should fuel Ingram. I'm hoping it does fuel him, to be completely honest with you. At S.H1843 overall for Raptors, it's a great season. Yeah, don't disagree. Yeah, unfortunately, this is from M Tavares 15. Yeah, unfortunately, the draft is now not as deep due to a lot of top talent returning back to school. That is true. Johnny says, good night, everyone. Good night, Johnny. Take care, man. Darko is legit. He's my coach. Super fan Mo official. All eyes on Bobby. 100%. Giovanni says, the Raptors probably can't even sign their draft pick in 2026 unless they let a few players go. Do what you got to do. That is beyond us at this point. Bobby, do what you got to do. The cap goes up. True. Toronto Walker 17. Cavaliers should be ashamed of themselves winning this series in 7 games. Ouch. Especially with 2 starters missing. That is true. Nana is in the building. Raps gave it all they got this series as expected. Seeing we're shorthanded, I kind of favor of not going to the second round against the Pistons. Need to get healthy. CMB got to get that hand worked on. Yeah, I agree, Nana. I hear you what you're saying. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, going around to the second round would have been bad news for the Raptors with their guys not healthy. Still would have liked to see it. Don't get me wrong. I would want to see them win as much as possible. But yeah, I completely hear what you're saying here. Medved Ted, $5 for the super chat. Really appreciate that. 100% for sure. 2 starters down. We put up a great fight against the most expensive team in NBA history. That's a good point. Not just the most expensive team in the league, the most expensive team in history. In history. Should be an interesting series between them and the Detroit Pistons. Looking forward to seeing that. And I'm also looking forward to seeing the New York Knicks against the Philadelphia 76ers. Looking forward to these matchups coming up in the Eastern Conference. Cavs, a second apron team, healthy. Raps not even in the tax. Missing 2 starters. How do Raps improve free throws? Gets us every game. Yeah, just rough. Just brutal from the free throw line. I mean, you got guys that seriously need to improve from the free throw line. Cavs have the highest payroll in the league and were healthy all season. I don't know about all season, but they do have the highest payroll, that's for sure. Giovanni says, Mike, the improvement has an asterisk in a weak East. Next year, the East is stronger with the Wiz, Pacers, and Hornets in playoffs. And I can see a world the Raptors don't make playoffs next season. I wouldn't go that far because here's the thing, right? A lot of things happen during the season. Sometimes chemistry doesn't work. Players get injured. Moves get made midway through the season. There's a whole bunch of different factors that happen. And so I wouldn't be so far to go that far to say that. Let's just wait and see. But I completely understand what you're saying, though. It will be a stronger East next season, 100%. Pacers are definitely going to be better. The Wizards are going to be better for sure as well. So, yeah, 100%. I definitely understand and do agree with what you're saying for sure. The East will 100% be better. Healthy, we win this series. I could see that for sure. I'm about to, but great year. Yep. Juan Carranza says, Raps need to draft that 7'9" Canadian kid, Olivier. You don't want that. You don't want that. Trust me. Darko is awesome. Proud of what he's done for our team. Raptors need a solid center, aggressive, Ben Wallace style. And Ben Wallace was undersized too. We want 7-footers. The range 19 where Raptors are, they're not getting a high tier player. They are in a range of draft picks where the players are projects and defensive liabilities instead of two ways. That's not absolutely true. You can get a very solid pick at 19 if you know what the hell you're doing. 100% you can. We're not saying that these guys got to be rookie of the year, but you can 100% get a solid ass pick at 19. You look at some of the picks around the league that have gone at 19 or above, and even in the second range. There's always diamonds in the rough. Always. You got to know what you're doing. Look at Jokic. He's an extreme example, of course, but look at the unlimited amount of players that have been great, that have been found in the league at 19 and beyond that, who have been all-stars, undrafted. Not saying that's going to happen this year, but what I'm saying is you're definitely capable of finding a very good player at 19 if your scouting staff knows what the hell they're doing. The range where Raptors are in the draft, it's not that deep. The options are limited. They can get a good player. They got to do their research. There's like 20 of them. They can do the research. They can figure this thing out. Hats off to Jacoby, Raptors champ in the building. The center position is different now, but if we face to Philly, Pirtle is the only center in the East holding Embiid. Embiid would annihilate Jakob Pirtle. It would be horrifically bad. Horrifically bad. Have to sell high on RJ if the draft pick too good, maybe have to trade RJ. I am not a fan of that. RJ has balls. Okay? That's what you need. That's what you need. You need a guy who is never afraid of the moment. And RJ is not afraid of the moment. Now, it's possible that they do look at that because it's more than a basketball thing. It's a money thing as well, right? And so obviously there are going to be all options on the table. But I love RJ Barrett. I love RJ Barrett. And if he continues to improve his game, gets a bit more of a right hand, better decision making, RJ is going to be a hell of a player if he continues to improve. CMB has a thumb and shoulder issue. That guy needs to take a nap, like for 2 days straight after tonight. Go in some ice baths, go see some doctors and get some x-rays. Boy, he really, really needs some rest. He needs to fix that hand and make sure. I wonder if it has to be surgically repaired. I know I said that before, but I'm really wondering what the status of that hand is. Proud of our Raps. They won the T-Dot fans back. That is true. Ingram is this is Giovanni. Ingram is in a contract year. He isn't going to be experimenting, but taking more shots, playing for his bag. Good luck telling Ingram to play off the ball in the contract year. They'll tell him what they need to tell him. He ain't in control of a damn thing. He ain't in control of a damn thing. He ain't going to be playing selfishly in this city. He'll find his ass up out of here real quick. He will stick within the system. There will be absolutely zero ball hogging. And I mean zero ball hogging or being a black hole from Ingram. He will play within the system the way Darko has created it. And from an offensive standpoint, my God, do the Raptors need work. I've had more issues and concerns all season with the Raptors from an offensive standpoint more than defense. All season long. They got to figure out a system and a better half-court offensive set. Ingram needs to play well or that PO is his last. Juan Carranza, 8565. Basketball aside, I hate it when teams play Kendrick songs when they face the The Raptors. I mean, that is so old now. Are they like they're still doing this? Go your basic on salary things. Love Grady, but bye, says Superfan Mo. Damn. Raptors fangirl 561. How can we afford Giannis? I don't know how the math is going to work and who you would have to get in a trade for him. But yeah, I mean, there's I don't know what's gonna happen, but I guess we'll see what happens with Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm assuming something is going to happen right after the draft at the beginning of free agency with Giannis. I don't know how long it's going to take for something to happen, but a lot of teams are going to be looking at Giannis Antetokounmpo. What you're going to have to give up for him, I don't know. I would not give up a ton for Giannis Antetokounmpo at this point. Injured a lot. Now, depending on what you can give up for him, if you don't have to break the bank, which you're going to have to, I would say the Raptors is not worth breaking the bank for him. The reality is Raptors pay players in USD, taking a 30% hit, making profit in Canada. The 20 million USD in revenue sharing staying under tax helps offset this. Your point was terrible. 19 pick makes peanuts. I'm assuming you're talking to Giovanni here. And they are going back and forth. Raptor Champ says a mobile 7'3" center, Ade Mara. I think he's going to be off the board. I think he's going to be going around mid-teens. If he's still on the board at 19, I highly doubt it. I could see him off the board by like anywhere 12 to 14. Maybe I'm wrong, depending on what happens in combines and all that kind of stuff, but I guess we'll see. Players who need raises this summer: RJ Mammoth, Shed, Battle, Mobo, and you're talking to a logical Raptors fan. Raptor Champ says Raptors is already stronger. We got stronger in the playoffs. I'm not worried. Not worried there either. But you know what? I don't even think I'm gonna go through the game notes in this one. And I'm not gonna keep you guys too long either, because trust me, we have a lot of stuff that we're gonna be talking about over the next few days, weeks, and months. A lot of stuff that we're gonna have to go through. We're going to be going through everything. We'll talk about locker clean out and some of the comments that we hear there. We will discuss every player. We will discuss players who will be on the market. We will discuss the draft. I will try to be getting you guys more interviews. There is a lot. There is a lot. But the Raptors, their season comes to an end. The playoffs continue. And overall, it was a good season. But now the offseason begins. And there is a lot of work to be done. Appreciate all the love and support that you guys have shown to me this season. I really appreciate it. I won't be going anywhere, and maybe I'll give you 1 day break. But after that, we're going fast and furious. We're going to be doing player profiles. Like I mentioned, talking about coaching staff, players available, scouting reports, different guys we could be interested in, mock draft stuff, interviews coming your way. So much to talk about. We're nowhere close to being over. It just gets even more busy at this point. At Mike Roach 7 on IG, at Mike Roach 23 on X. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, and share the Mike Roach Show. For all of you, I do want to drop a bomb for all of you. as you guys have been absolutely amazing in the chat, getting in the comments. I try to get back to all of you as fast as I possibly can. I mean, it has just been absolutely wonderful doing this show for you guys, and I really, really appreciate all of you being here. I'm going to get to some comments before I get out of here, though. K Sing 8509. CMB showed us that he has great potential. Jakob seems unable to produce as he previously did. Jared Allen showed us what our weakness was today. Amongst other things, we need a solid starting center. Couldn't have said it any better. You're 100% right. 100% right. Also, who else can I get to before I get out of here? Well, Logical Raptors fan Giovanni having a good discussion there. We can continue that on the next show. But that is it. That is it. The Raptor season is over. 114 to 102. This is your boy Mike Roach. Thank you guys all so much for being here with me tonight. And I will be back again soon with more episodes for you. So many things now we have to discuss with this roster, potential changes going forward. So much to be talked about. This is your boy Mike Roach. I'm out. Wonderful season, and the off season starts now.